My name is Eddie Zaneski, and I serve the developer community out of Brooklyn, New York for DigitalOcean. Developer relations is what I like to say is marketing for developers. At the end of the day, developer relations is going out and talking to developers. Developers are very sensitive to speaking with other developers, right? They're at an event, they're out in the field. They don't want to work with a marketer or a salesperson, or they want to work with someone else who is a developer who's not trying to sell them something specifically. And so technical credibility is everything when it comes to developer relations. As soon as you give off that little shed that you don't know what you're talking about technically, a developer's wall will just go up and they'll say, okay, like this person doesn't know. So at the end of the day, developer relations is like building relationships with developers. Twilio is a company that I used to work for actually, and they are what I would say is the pristine vision of what a developer relations team can look like. It's a pretty big team now at this point with people in different countries, serving different technologies, different communities, and they do caring and giving back to developers very well. So just today actually I saw a tweet from someone. DigitalOcean Twilio sent them a care box that had like Twilio. It was like Cheerios branded as Twilio, right? And so just like little things like that to surprise and delight developers, I think Twilio does the best at. Outside of technical credibility being everything, I think people need to do a lot more listening and a lot more question asking and a lot more talking. It's easy to go out and really start trying to like push your product on the community, push what you're working on in the community. What's more effective is actually to just sit back and listen and ask questions about what problems are you running into, what are you building, and then you can find those parts where you can plug or suggest the right solution for the problem. It could be something that your company has. One of the things that has worked really well for me is JavaScript is something that I really love to work with and learn about. But to be successful in this role where you're working with many different communities, you have to know a little bit about a lot of things, right? So you're doing a lot of breadth, not depth. And so just having done like a hello world in like .NET Core or something, has helped me in the past when developers like, hey, like I'm trying to run this .NET application on a server somewhere. I have no idea how to do that. I think I need a Windows VM. Like, no, actually we can like use .NET Core, and I know this because I wrote like a simple hello world .NET app, and I learned the command line tools, and I learned how to package and run it somewhere. So I think a little bit about a lot of things is very successful for this. Write a blog post. These are things that you can do for free. It doesn't cost you anything. So, learn something. Maybe build up the courage to give a meetup talk. On your own eventually. So it's a great way to like dive into the ecosystem. I think the companies that do it well will always continue to do it well. Like the Twilios, the GitHubs, all those companies out there. When you focus on the developer first and building a relationship, as opposed to marketing and selling, that's when you're set up for success. So I see the companies that do that very well being successful. Something that's been pretty big where people take like an hour to just write some code. Classes and schools are participating. We have had celebrities, participate in Hour of Code. So, I think we're getting to the point where being able to write code doesn't make you like, a geeky, nerdy, introverted person. It's just like a tool where you can solve your own problem.